Hi, Internet! Get to know me, huhsmile. So, in this video, I think I'm just gonna draw and then talk to you guys about my life. I hope that's alright. My actual name is Eunice Grace Gatula. Some people call me Eunice. Some people call me Grace, but I don't really like the Grace. But both of my names, Eunice and Grace, are very common names, so I don't really use them on the internet. So that's why huhsmile is like the thing that I went with. So I've been existing for around 24 years, and I am a Capricorn. That means I never stop working. Yay! Ako ang panganay ng pamilya namin, so I actually have a little brother who is like 3 years younger than me. And then I have a little sister who is 10 years younger than me. So, yeah, you know what happens when you're like the oldest. It's the responsibility and all of that. What got me into music? I would say my mother has actually been like a really pushy mom when it comes to like making sure that their children have hobbies. So my mother is actually one of those kinds of parents, and so as a kid they're like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. So I was the one who was like being pushed to sing during like family gatherings or like sa church. But in terms of like actually getting into music myself, I would say my biggest influence is probably Taylor Swift, because that is the first time I picked up a guitar of my own volition. So the first song that I actually tried to learn to play myself was a Taylor Swift song. I can't remember which one specifically, but because the chords were easy and the song was catchy, as a grade schooler, I thought, uy, pwede to. And that's I think after that, dumere diretso na, because I could play an instrument, and I would YouTube all of the tutorials, and kumbaga ako na bahala after nun. My favorite part about doing music is when I'm writing a song and kahit ako nadadala ng kanta. So I do have most of my songs are just catchy songs, and it's another thrill to write a bop na it'll get stuck in people's heads. But I do have some sad songs that I've written that the initial time that I've written it, I would have to pause and parang rethink the lyrics. Parang wait lang, this might be a bit too sad. Or sometimes I can't finish a song because it's too sad, and I need to take a breather. So I think that the quiet moments na ako lang yung mag-isa and I'm just talking to myself when I'm writing songs, I think that's my favorite part about doing music, because it's a very private conversation that nobody else is a part of. It's just me and the guitar, and like that's a private moment that I don't think I can replicate with other things. Just music. Yun. I would say my number one influence is probably Taylor Swift, like as a person of this age. And Moonstar 88, Kitchinadal, yung Constantino. And then wala naman ako like complete like favorites in terms of genres. I don't really have like a bias. I kind of listen to anything, whether it's pop, R&B, rap. I don't listen much to rap, but it's not because I don't like rap. It's just because the subjects aren't really subjects I'm into. Ano lang ako, very, very chill lang yung mga type kong music na pinakikinggan. So, I do listen to K-pop, but I don't know anything about K-pop. I just vibe with the songs. Please don't hate me, K-pop stans. I listen to J-rock. I listen to J-pop. Wala akong genre specifically. In a way, I like it that way because it keeps me open to other influences. I draw about myself. I write about myself. I draw about the characters that I make and my friends' characters that they make. I write about fictional characters. I draw about fictional characters. I draw a lot of fan art. Generally speaking, I just draw things that I think are fun visually, like maganda siyang tignan. Or I draw things that are just fun for myself, whether it's like joke lang ba yun or parang uh, like as in sobrang walang kwentang pun lang siya. Uh, I enjoy drawing, and so I try to enjoy the process of drawing, and that means I can draw whatever the heck I want. Yeah. I started drawing when I was a kid, yung tipong like with crayons and stuff. And then I remember, because my number one influence is spite. So I remember parang tinawag na pangit yung drawing ko. And then after that, I was like, ay, ganun na. And then I tried to get better at it continuously, and I just haven't stopped drawing since. I wouldn't say I enjoy art and writing more than sports. I don't think that's the case. I do enjoy some sports. The thing is, art and writing are things that I can do on my own without really a need for any sort of equipment. Otherwise, sports and, other exercises, they're a lot more fun to do when you're with friends or when you have the space to do them, whether you can go to the gym or like may basketball court ba kayo sa bahay, kami kasi wala. So, I guess that's why I focused more on art and writing. It's because it's easier for me to schedule it, na parang hindi ko kailangan maghanap ng kasama, na parang, uy, laro tayong basketball or something. I don't need to schedule when my friends are available. It's something I can do on my own. So it's something always available at my disposal. And that's why mas ginagawa ko siya, and mas sanay ako na yun yung like activity ko kasi madali lang siyang simulan. But I do play sports. I do exercise. I'm just not very good at any sports because, yun, nerd arms. But yeah, so recently, aside from writing music, I did start learning Japanese. So yun, I'm actually in the middle of my N5 lessons. I'm not very good at it. I probably have the vocabulary of a 2-year-old or something. Pero that's fun. Learning a language is fun. I do have like other hobbies aside from drawing, but I would say na parang most of my stuff umiikot lang sila. So kumbaga, I just take one hobby and then put it into another and then make art out of that. So I've been playing a lot of tabletop RPGs, and then I've just been drawing all of my characters and then writing songs about the stories that happen there. Yun. I do have a hidden talent that I would consider a talent because, yes, I would say I'm pretty good at making playlists. Like, the tipong isasend mo sa crush mo type of playlist. I would say I'm really good at making playlists. Yeah. What is huhsmile? Well, to be honest, huhsmile, as in my username, is literally quite just that. It's just my username. Ginamit ko siyang username dun sa login ko sa Ragnarok. And I started using it as a username in my other like game accounts, and then eventually nag-stuck na lang siya kasi pag pumapasok ako ng computer shop nun, like sabihin ng mga kalaro ko, uy, andyan na sa huhsmile. So, yes, ayun, yun na siya. That's where it came from. Saan galing yung huhsmile? I think I was about probably 14, 13. I was starting to do animation, and I thought that would be like a really easy clip for me to animate. Parang a character is just standing, and then you call them, you go, uy, and then they turn with like a question mark, and then they smile. So, huhsmile. Yeah. The funny thing is that huhsmile is now sort of an identity that I have online, just because a lot of people now affiliate me with the username. Not just Facebook, but like also Instagram, Twitter, and like all of my older accounts like DeviantArt and all of that. So I would say huhsmile is now me. It sounds weird, I know, to have like people refer to you as your online persona, but if you like go to like events wherein you guys are just friends and you met people on the internet, and then sometimes you forget their actual name, so you just go, uy, sino ba to si huhsmile? that just happens so often na parang yun na talaga siya eh. So I would say huhsmile is now just a persona that I have online. It's now just an identity that's attached to me as a person. Yun. How do other people use huhsmile in a sentence? Just use it as you would like when you're referring to someone by name. So, you know, uy, huhsmile, paabot nga nung tubig. Parang ganon. Yun, as in yun lang. Wala namang, hindi naman siya special, wala namang grammar rules sa kanya. It's just huhsmile. So yeah. I hope that was informative to you guys and entertaining, and I hope I didn't waste your time. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching my video, and I hope you guys stream my debut song, Kung Pwede Lang. So kung pwede lang, paki-stream yung Kung Pwede Lang. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!